Okay, so this is a super cool tool. Today I'm going to show you 3 reasons why you would want to buy a little ratcheting adapter. Remember your ABCs: anniversary, birthday, Christmas. We're talking about presents, gifts. This is the perfect present to buy someone because, or yourself, because hardly anybody has one of these things. The first thing that these are good for is you can turn any breaker bar into a ratchet. All you do is click that on there, and then all of a sudden you've got a big breaker bar that also ratchets back and forth. Okay, this is reversible too, by the way. You just turn that thing and it'll go the other way. Now you can hear that little ball spinning in there. There's probably, I haven't taken it apart, but I imagine there's a few ball bearings in there. The other thing that these are good for is emergency starting. I'm using a generator here because it's a good example. Your power goes out, you break the rope on your starter or something like that. You can't fix it, you don't have the parts, your power's out and you want to get it running. So you can emergency start, drill, you click that all together. Now I have the switch shut off. Yep, that's off, so it's not going to start. And I'm just going to show you spinning this. And because also this is a generator, so it's got a big heavy rotor on the other end of the crankshaft. It's really heavy, so the engine, when you stop using this, the engine continues to turn over. Listen for that ratchet. Did you hear that? And if that thing wasn't spinning and ratcheting, that would have ripped that drill right out of my hand just from the weight. So I have a link for you for another video I did saying don't do this without the ratcheting adapter. Freaking almost broke my wrist. It really hurt my thumb when I was doing it. I got it right on camera. I'm not going to do it again right now without the ratcheting adapter because, well, you go watch that other video and you'll see that hurt. Now we're going to turn the switch on, choke on. This is super important. The little ball bearings in here are made to do this. Hear that? That's what they're made to do. They're not made to be turning at 3,600 RPM. So when that thing starts, don't leave it on there and let the balls go. If one of those balls locks up in there at that speed, I can't even imagine how catastrophic that would be to your drill, to your thumbs, to your wrists. So as soon as that starts, pull it off anyway. See what happens. Totally safe. Bob's your uncle, Fred's your aunt. Now, before I forget, the other thing that is super handy for these things, especially if you're a mechanic and you're fixing stuff for other people, how many times has this happened? Somebody brings in their unit, doesn't matter what it is, and it's a broken rope or a broken spring inside the starter. And they say, yeah, it just needs the rope replaced, just fix the starter. So you got to think to yourself, why is that rope broken? Or why is that spring broken in there? Is it because you pulled it 100 times and it won't start and you got pissed off and you just started ripping on that thing, broke it? You didn't tell the mechanic that now, did you? You just said fix the starter. How many times have I fixed the starter, put the starter back on and pulled it over and there's something else wrong with that machine? So what I do, I pull that starter off. I want to see if the thing's going to run anyway. It's not really emergency starting it, but boom, you can see if the thing runs. Boom, it runs. Okay, now I'll fix the starter. Click on those links in the description or the pinned comment. Check one of those out for yourself. Now, I also have that clickable thumbnail coming right up for that other video if you want to see it. Probably another one in there too. And it's coming up right now. Cheers. Steve out.